Now I'm going to show you quickly how we can modify the title block in the report's graphical lists. So first of all, we're going to take a backup of an existing title block. So we go into a page, create a new one, click OK, and we might have a title block that we've perhaps generated ourselves that we've added new bits to. So as always, to edit a title block, Control A to select all, right click and explode. Now everything's on an editable layer. I'm going to hold down W as I window round, and I'm going to select just the elements at the bottom there. I'm going to right click in the panel on the right hand side and add a new symbol database. I'm going to put in there .IGE. So the company name with a dot in front of it. So I've now added a new catalog. If I scroll up, it's right at the top because I put a dot in front of it. New folder. And I'll call the folder title block bits. I'm now just going to drag that and drop it into there. So it's exploded, it's separate graphics, and I'll call that title block. Now if I go back to one of my reports, I've now got that in my catalog. I can use that for a standard report, and there are several. We can actually go to load page template. We can see the information there. We can then Control A, right click and explode, and already the title block at the bottom is separate. We can select it, we could delete it, and then we could just drop in the correct title block in its place. Once you've finished that, it's not exactly right, but it's close, and we can then Control A, right click, block it as a page template, and then close it down. As always, when you close it down, it will say, do you want to save the changes? We say yes to save the changes. And now when we generate this information, we've got our report, but with our title block now as well. Also be aware that some of the reports have movable elements. So if we look at the terminal matrix, right click, load the page template, not everything is blocked already. We can select items on the page. So it's extremely important not to just Control A and explode everything. The title block at the bottom is blocked as a title block. So the special way in which you would actually change the title block here would be to use Control A, hold down Shift and deselect the elements in the middle so that they're not actually selected. Same with the bits at the top. So I'm holding down Shift to remove those from the selection, and now I can right click and choose Explode. The elements at the bottom can now be selected, so I can select the title block and replace it with my title block. If I just zoom in a bit, I've got a bit more accuracy there. And the reverse here, I can use Control A to then block it, but before I block it, again hold down W, Shift, and select the elements to remove those from the items. I'm just blocking the title block in this case. I don't want to include the graphics. So I right click and choose block as a page template or title block. So this is specifically with the terminal matrix, the connection matrix, and the connection or the cable plans, where when you click on the page you'll find they're not part of an actual block, and you can select and move those. So be careful with those. When you close that down, you'll still be able to save it. I can put it perhaps with a _A. Right click, choose properties, and I can now say use the new one I've created and generate it. If there are any problems with that, you'll find that it's possibly because you've blocked the elements in there and included them within the title block.